Wow, can you guys believe it's already September? I can't. When this podcast goes live, whether you're listening to it the day it goes live or in the future, this podcast went live on August 31st, 2021. September 1st is tomorrow. And speaking of September 1st, and the reason why we have our guest on the short score today is because tomorrow is the launch of breakawayroping.com. Oh my gosh, we have been so excited for this venture to unravel in front of you all, and it's gonna happen September 1st. We've all been waiting for it. I hope you guys have all been waiting for it. And what better than to have one of the breakawayroping.com coaches on this episode of the short score, and that is Madison Outhier, and she was the first ever RFD TV's the American Breakaway Roping Champion, and she recently this year won the Texas High School Rodeo Breakaway Roping title, and she competes in Pro Rodeo and plays polo and basketball. She's the jack of all trades. She is now just coming home from the Pro Rodeo Road, where she is now going to college at Texas A&M. So she's home, started school, gonna juggle all that. And on this episode today, she talks about the ups and downs of Pro Rodeo that she's faced at such a young age, especially coming off such a hot streak earlier this year, like I said, with winning the Texas High School Finals and coming off her Corpus Christi WCRA win. You know, she's usually pretty unstoppable, and I know a lot of people know her for her style and her quick runs, and, you know, basically it seems like she wins everything she enters. And so for those of you that watch Madison and see her for this top elite athlete that wins everything, she comes on here and tells you the deep nitty-gritty stuff about what it's like being on the road and not excelling where you think you should. So it was really great to chat with her, and she also gives you a sneak peek into what you can expect to learn from her on breakawayroping.com, which launches September 1st, which is tomorrow if you're listening to this podcast the day it went live. So enough of me. I'm going to let you guys listen to this awesome interview with Madison Outhier. World champion Larry D. Guy and the staff of the Breakaway Roping Journal joined forces to develop breakawayroping.com, a streaming video site launching September 1st, 2021. With hundreds of videos releasing over the next 6 months, breakawayroping.com offers courses on breakaway roping 101, as well as the elite tuning with the likes of WPRA World Champion Hope Thompson, RFD TV's The American Champion Madison Outhier, Jackpot standouts Josie Connor and Aspen Miller, College Rodeo coach Lindsey Sumter, and the King of Cowboys, Trevor Brazil. Starting September 1st, use promo code THESCORE to get 15% off your membership on breakawayroping.com. That's all capitals, THESCORE, to get 15% off your membership on breakawayroping.com. Don't miss it.
This is Chelsea Schaefer, and this is Season 4 of The Score. You all have listened to this podcast 750,000 times, and we are here in Season 4 to bring you even more of what you love.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Are you back at home, or are you still out on the road?
I am. I flew in on Sunday because I started college on Monday, so I'm here at college and actually just got done roping. A couple people let me come practice. A couple of our friends let me come practice on their horses because my dad drove my horses home and just got back last night with them.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Where you are going to A&M, or where
Yeah,
you?
I am.
You are. Yeah, I remember that. I remember you were planning on going there, or deciding.
Yes.
That's
So I'm
exciting.
here. Yeah, it's kind of nice to come home. And it's crazy. wouldn't think I'd be going to college to rest, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah. Well, so, like, where did you fly in from? Obviously, you were out on the road.
Yeah. I flew in from Kennewick, the Tri-Cities airport, I believe.
Gotcha. So are you kind of slowing down for the rest of the season, or?
Yeah, just because of school, I kind of had to, so I'm not making it up to, like, Ellensburg and Walla Walla, but I will be going to a couple this week down here, like the Fort Worth Stockyards Rodeo is having their Pro Rodeo every week now, and then Henrietta, Oklahoma. But then next week I'll like do Abilene and go up to Pendleton, so I will get to go to those.
Gotcha. So
yeah.
How are you feeling about? I mean, you're kind of on the bubble right now. I think you're 17th.
Yeah.
What are you feeling some pressure, or how are you feeling?
Yeah, those last couple weeks I was, bumping around between 15, 13. And so it was pretty pressureful out there. I feel like I should have done a lot better executing my job, and I feel like I kind of let, it's hard out there. You don't get to practice. You don't get to work on things. You're just going from rodeo to rodeo trying to win. And when you're not winning, it's, hard to keep your mental game strong. And I feel like that's, also pressureful because, you're just so unsure of, everything that's happening. You're not, like, I know myself, I, find a lot of confidence in myself when I get to practice and do well in the practice. And so, that transition, it was obviously my first year going out on the summer road and stuff. And so, it was difficult out there for me mentally. I feel like more than physically, because, I feel like I shouldn't need to practice to be able to rope good, but I felt like, just going from rodeo to rodeo, like I said, you don't really get a good feel for your horse. You don't get a good feel for how you're roping. You're just trying to win, so you put yourself in hard positions that, you're not able to rope, at 100%. Most of the rodeos we're going to are one-third. Yeah. So, yeah, the last couple weeks have been pretty pressureful for me, being on the bubble, and I've messed up some really good chances I've had. I didn't break the barrier one time this summer, which is kind of crazy on my horse Rooster. I broke my black horse, I think at 2 rodeos, and I think I broke the barrier on him once, but I rode Rooster everywhere else, and I did not break the barrier all summer. So, that just gives a testament to him, and our scoring game was great, but, it's hard. I let a couple chances go that I had good calves on, but, it's the drawing game out there too, so you got to use those chances, because the next rodeo you'll draw one that you just can't win on. Yeah. And so, so it's been a struggle, and I should have capitalized on a couple places that I didn't in the past couple weeks, but that's how it goes. And we have Pendleton left. I feel good about that. It's going to be really big paid out there, so I feel like there's still a lot of chances left for anything to happen for anybody. So,
and you're saying it was really hard on your mental game. I don't feel like you're alone on that, which whether it's you putting that pressure being on the bubble, or it's the girls down the standings, I feel like everyone's so pressured this year, and it's a new type of pressure for all the breakaway ropers.
Yeah, it really is, because we're put in so many different positions. It's not like, we've been able, and we've been fortunate enough to rope in cool rodeos for a lot of money, so it's not like, we're just nervous for the opportunity. It's almost like we're just, kind of in the in-between state, because we're out there trying to win, and, it's so many variables out there with the long starts, the bigger boxes, those outdoor pins. I feel like, I've been able to accomplish and do so well down here. And shorter setups, indoor arenas, but out there, it's a whole different ball game. I struggled with that too. I was, hitting the barrier, like I said, feeling like I should have a throw right there, because anywhere I go down here, if I hit the barrier, I have a shot to be 1 or 2 right there with the horse I have and, you know, my abilities, and out there, it's almost, you know, hard to do that at most places, even when you blow the barrier out. So that was another thing I kind of struggled with. So, I mean, this is pressureful because it's almost like everything has to go exactly perfect for you to win out there, because there's so many variables to drawing good calves to, you know, the start's different everywhere we go almost, and so it's hard to read the barriers, and so.
Yeah.
But
no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you're like having these pressure moments. Everyone has them, but I'm glad you are, and I'm glad you're explaining on here, because this episode of the Short Score is brought to you by breakawayroping.com, which launches tomorrow, September 1st, and you are one of our guest coaches. So I kind of want to, I'm glad you're talking about the mental game, and I think that's going to help so many people who listen to this podcast. And obviously breakawayroping.com, between you, Josie, Larry D, Hope, you know, Lindsay, all you guys have done so many videos on different aspects of roping, and I'm sure the mental game and everything. So I want to talk about breakawayroping.com. How excited are you that it's finally going to be launched tomorrow?
It's awesome, you know, and that was kind of at the almost peak of my career, I want to say, in the career I've had so far. I was so confident, you know, that week that we shot all the footage. I was roping great. I won state finals that week. I placed in every pro rodeo I went to that week. You know, it just goes to show that even, you know, us girls that get on winning streaks and, you know, have been able to accomplish things and, you know, rope consistently good at places. You know, you see a lot of the top girls, Larry D, Hope, Jackie, JJ. I mean, their names are at the top at least one of their names at almost every rodeo. So, I mean, there's an elite group of girls that, you know, rope well. And so, you know, I'm fortunate enough to have my good weeks and, you know, rope consistent, have my good months. You know, that was a really great month for me. I ended up winning Deadwood, South Dakota. I mean, it was a great month for me, but it just goes to show that anybody, no matter who it is, even us girls that, you know, are competing at the top level of breakaway right now, we can just, you know, have bad weeks and things don't go the way we want them to. And, you know, I felt so confident, like I said, that week Abilene, but, you know, fast forward to 3 months later here now, I mean, I've come home from the hardest probably 2 months of my life, you know, rodeoing. I feel like I almost felt like, you know, I've lost my ability to rope is how bad the mental part of it got me, because, you know, it is really hard out there. I was lucky I got to have my parents with me, my dad mainly. It's just him and I and my traveling partner, Brady Good, especially the last month. And so, you know, it was great to have him there to help me with the roping part and also with the driving part. But, you know, another thing, too, having your coach on the road with you, it's also dampers on your mental game when they're tough on you like he is. So, you know, I feel like there were a lot of aspects to it that made it harder than maybe some other girls are having it out there. But, it just goes to show I'm super excited about breakawayropingjournal.com or breakawayroping.com, and I think it's going to be so essential to some girls in their learning process and being able to, you know, if they're not able to go to clinics, they're able to look at this online and, you know, take away a little bit from everybody. But, you know, like I said, it just goes to show, you know, we were able to coach some days, and some days we're not able to execute things like we want to teach and do in the practice thing, but it happens to everybody. And
no one is perfect in any way, shape, or form. We all have our good days and we all have our bad days. So what, if you can remember, I know we shot that footage a while back. Is there anything you remember from shooting, like any tips that you can kind of give a sneak peek of what people can expect from you on breakawayroping.com?
Yeah, for sure. I know that during the filming, we really got to talk and break down, for me, for sure, was the start and leaving the box, specifically we talked about core strength, especially, and my take on that and how important I think it is for my roping game and being able to rope quick out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
So, you'll get to see a little bit about my workout schedule that I have and able to see, the different aspects that I think are key into playing into speeding up your roping and able to rope right out of the box and start getting into those faster times and maybe breaks that 1 second barrier. So that'll be in there, and then I think that's what we mainly focused on.
Yeah, which is great. And I know we have a little article with you on core strength already on breakawayroping.com. So that's awesome. That's a huge thing. I think that we all need to realize that. I mean, that start is so crucial. Whether we can get up out of the saddle and hit it right. So. Yeah, I love that piece that you did.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and like you said, you excelled at the start this whole summer, so that's cool that was good for you this summer, as well as being able to share with others that whole aspect. So I know you have Pendleton, you have a few rodeos left. And like you said, you're just starting college, so I guess what's next for you? Or I know you're probably looking towards hopefully a first CNFR trip. What's the rest of the year going to look like for you?
Yeah, for sure. So, it'll be kind of a struggle this next month, balancing the last pro rodeos with school and college rodeoing. I think the tour finals is actually over the top our first college rodeo, so hopefully we come to that issue if we have it. But definitely, so I'm going to finish out this season strong. It'll be kind of hard with school, but I'm going to go to, the rest of the pro rodeos that I can make. And then, I'm super excited about the college rodeos. I'm rodeoing for Texas A&M, and we had our first college meeting last night and for the rodeo team, and it was great, and I'm super excited about that. So hopefully, to excel at those rodeos, which I think will be kind of my setup. They're down here with the fast starts, and I'm in the southern region, so a lot of one-headers. It's going to be just, kind of a slinging match, but, that's what I have confidence in, so I'm excited about that. And then, I have the Women's World Championship coming up in December. I actually have a lot of things I've already qualified for to Vegas in December, like the Rope for the Crown. And so a lot of fun, exciting things coming up. I'm super excited that Breakaway has excelled so much, and there's so many different opportunities for us. The youth, all the way from the youth ropings to the professional ropings now and the pro rodeos. It's so awesome. I think last year during the NFR, I won, over $30,000 just in youth ropings. Yeah. And so, I'm excited about those two that I'm able to go to in Vegas this year. And so it's awesome getting, to be in this era coming up in the breakaway roping. Like I say a lot, I'm so thankful to all the, ones before us, Larry D, JJ, all of them that, kind of paved the way for us, because now it's just booming, and it's so awesome.
Yeah, no, it is. I am so excited for this sport. It's so fun to watch and see everyone and see all the next generations coming up. So it's going to be fun to continue to watch for years to come. That's for sure.
For sure.
Well, awesome, Madison. I won't hold you much longer. I appreciate you being on the podcast with me today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all. I hope you guys all really got a lot out of this episode of Madison Outhier. And I know I am so excited to watch all of the videos from Madison, Larry D, Hope Thompson, Josie Connor, Lindsay Sumner. There's so many women, and there's going to be so many more on breakawayroping.com. And don't forget the King of Cowboys, Trevor Brazil, is going to be on there a little bit, as well as roping.com. So you're going to want to check out both sides, whether you're a breakaway roper or a team roper. I feel like we can all get a lot out of both events. Different mindsets, different people talking about their game plans, their scoring techniques, their roping. I think it all kind of plays into one. So enjoy. Don't forget to go back and listen to that commercial where it tells you that special promo code to use when you sign up for breakawayroping.com. And we will chat at you soon. Thanks, guys.